The World Test Championship was a much needed upgrade to Test cricket. It brought back consequence, meaning, and global competition to what many call the purest form of the game. But let's be honest, while the WTC is a great step forward, the system is still far from perfect. So in this video, we're going to break down the problems with the current WTC format and more importantly, introduce a bold and balanced solution that could truly elevate Test cricket to the level it deserves. Since it was introduced, the WTC has done something really important. It added consequence to Test matches. Before the championship, most bilateral series felt a bit empty. Even though the cricket was still great, the stakes weren't always there. It was kind of like watching friendlies in football. Entertaining, but not essential. Now though, every game counts. A single loss doesn't just hurt your pride, it affects your standing on the table. And even if you're only playing one team, the result of that series can impact every other team in the competition. We've also seen teams take matches more seriously. Before, once a team had won a series, they'd often rotate the squad a player safe to secure a draw. Now, with every match carrying points, even the dead rubbers feel like finals. Draws are becoming rarer, wins more valuable, and fans more engaged, not just from the two countries playing, but from around the world. But here's the thing, despite all these improvements, the system still has its flaws. First, not all teams play the same number of matches, and not all teams play each other. That makes the table pretty unbalanced. It's like having a league where some teams play 20 matches and others play 10. It doesn't give everyone a fair shot. Second, by the time the second year of the cycle rolls around, some teams are so far behind that they're basically out of contention. And at that point, the games become meaningless for them, and that affects performance, entertainment value, and eventually, viewership. And finally, there's been a lot of debate about the finals always being held in England. While Lord's is iconic, it's not neutral if England are one of the teams playing in the final. So here's our proposal, a complete revamp of the format starting with the introduction of divisions. Now, I know what you're thinking, divisions in Test cricket? But hear me out, this kind of system already works in domestic cricket and the global sport of football all around the world. We take the 12 Test playing nations and split them into two divisions of 6 teams each. The top 6 go into the elite group and the bottom 6 go into the plate group. And here's how it would work. The top 2 teams from the elite group qualify for the final. The team that finishes last gets relegated to the play group, and the team that tops the play group gets promoted. But we're not done. The team that finishes second in the play group will play a promotion relegation playoff against the second last team from the elite group. One match at a neutral venue with everything on the line. This format does a few important things. It keeps competition alive in both divisions, gives lower ranked teams something to fight for, and adds a new level of excitement to the whole cycle. Another issue that needs addressing is overrates. Right now it deducts a fair amount of points from a team, and there have been a lot of disagreements. So here are some alternatives. First, overrate performance could be used as a tiebreaker on the points table. That's a start, but it might not be enough. We could go further. Like in limited overs cricket, we could remove a fielder from the fielding side if they fall behind time. Or perhaps even more effective would be to introduce 5-run penalties awarded to the batting side for every over short. That's something teams won't be able to ignore. Now let's talk about the finals. Instead of always playing the final in England, the ICC could pre-select 3 neutral venues for each cycle. For example, before one cycle starts, they could announce that the final will be hosted in India, South Africa, or New Zealand, depending on who qualifies and where it makes sense logistically. Then in the next cycle, rotate the options, bringing in Australia, England, and so on. This not only creates a fair contest, but also spreads the spotlight around different cricket-loving nations. Now one question that always comes up, what happens to the big rivalries, the Ashes, the Border-Gavaskar? Are they going to be shortened? The answer is no. In our system, the big 3, India, England, and Australia, would still play 5-match series against each other. All the matchups in the elite group will be 3-match series. That means the big 3 each play 19 matches in the cycle, while the other 3 elite teams play 15. It's a balanced structure that maintains tradition, but also creates equity. As for the play group, teams will play 2-match series, giving them a maximum of 8 games each. It's manageable, especially for nations still growing in the Test arena. And to keep things fair across the board, hosting rights for each series will be alternate every cycle. So if the Ashes are played in Australia this cycle, they'll definitely be in England in the next. The same applies to every series, ensuring home advantage isn't abused, and all teams get equal hosting opportunities over time. Now look, we're not pretending the system is flawless. One of the concerns is, what if a big team like Australia, England, or India gets relegated? It's a fair question. What's the whole point of competition? If you don't perform, you face consequences. That creates drama, pressure, and passion. It gives fans a reason to stay glued even when the team's struggling. Another question, what about India versus Pakistan? Well, if they're in the same division, yes, they will play. Maybe at a neutral venue, maybe they decide to play in Dubai for all the games. Before we wrap up, here's a quick reminder of the key changes we're proposing to the current WTC system. Firstly, we're introducing a division format. 12 test nations split into two groups, the elite and the plate group, with promotion, relegation, and even a playoff match between groups to increase the competitiveness. Secondly, we're fixing overrate penalties, exploring alternatives like 5-run penalties, removal of fielders, or using it as a tiebreaker to ensure teams bowl their overs on time. Rather than rotating finals venues, instead of always playing in England, we suggest rotating between 3 neutral venues every cycle. Then we're gonna have some balanced scheduling, keeping iconic rivalries like Ashes and BGG as a 5-match series, while other elite group teams play 3-match series. Teams in the play group play up to 8 games max in 2-match series. Then we have home and away rotation, where every cycle the host nation alternates, ensuring that no country gets consistent home advantage against the same team. So that's our full breakdown, a fair, more exciting, future-ready World Test Championship format that rewards performance, increases viewership, preserve the spirit of Test cricket. What do you think? Let us know in the comments if you agree, disagree, or if you have any ideas of your own. Let's keep this discussion going because the future of Test cricket deserves all of us thinking big. If you like this video, drop a like, share it with your cricket loving friends, and most importantly, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more cricket content just like this. Thanks for watching, and let's bring Test cricket to the top where it belongs.